Hey, what is up, YMG team? I'm Ymgchucks. Look, I've been wanting to do this video for a good while now. So, this video, if y'all seeing this is like my life story and stuff. I'm gonna tell some stories on, like how me and Marissa met, what I had to go through in life as a kid and stuff. So I hope y'all like the video and stuff. So anyways, my full name is Neil Alexander James West Sr. I'm a senior because I had a kid and named him a junior. I was born on May 27, 2003 in a little town of Iota, Louisiana. So I am currently 20 years old, about to be 21 on May 27th. And yeah, well, I've been through a lot in life and stuff. I talk about it all the time. When I was 2 years old, my daddy passed away. My daddy had a massive heart attack. So me and my mom wanted a new change. So me and my mama moved to Texas. We moved to Baytown, Texas. And I stayed in Baytown, Texas from the time I was like, time I was 3 to the time I was like 7. We moved back to Louisiana and Elton, Louisiana. That's where my mom's dad lives. So it's my grandpa. He lives in Elton. We stayed in Elton for a long time. We moved from Elton to Basile in like 2013. Went to school at Basile High School, and I think I was in 8th or 9th grade, and then we moved back. That year after that, we moved back to Elton. So I attended Elton High School. Well, I attended Elton Elementary till I think 6th grade because I was in 4. I skipped over the 5th into the 6th. So from 6th grade to about 9th grade, I was in Elton High School. So when I was 12 years old, my mom went to prison. I ain't gonna disclose what she went to prison for, but yeah, it was crazy. Just put it like that. So she stayed in prison for about 6 months in St. Gabriel prison in Louisiana, and she beat the charges. I'm glad because my mom was facing a lot of time. A lot. Yeah, they got in self-defense. But yep. So after that, I was in my great-grandpa's custody. I was living with my great-grandpa in Doral. That's like kind of in Eunice a little bit. So I was going to Basile again when I was staying there. I was living with my great-grandpa, my step-great-grandma, and my little cousin and stuff. So I was making good grades and stuff. And then my mama got custody of me again. She got a little house in Basile again. So I went to live with her after that. We lived in Basile maybe about a month. And then the freaking landlords evicted my mama. So we moved back to Elton. And I was like 13. Either 12 or 13. So we stayed in Elton for a year. And when I was 14 years old, my dad's mama passed away. She died from cancer. It's my grandma. Yeah, my grandma. My mama, Christine. So she passed away from cancer. And I was 14. So after that, like maybe a month after that, I went into foster care, CPS custody, child protection. So the school called one day on my mama. I'm a child. I'm a victim of abuse. I've been abused, but it wasn't my mama. It was not my mama's fault. Everything in the paperwork says it's my mama and stuff, but I'm gonna tell y'all the full story. So I did get taken. I was in foster care from the time I was 14 to the time I was 18. So I went into foster care because I had like scrapes and stuff from dogs all over my body. But the abuse part, my stepdad that my mama was with at the time was abusing me. Like, he would get mad and shit. Why I tell y'all I would never do drugs in my life, and I can vouch on this. I will never touch a single drug in my whole life because I've been around people that were addicted. I have friends right now that are addicted to pills, stuff like that. I can't see myself going through something that I had to, see somebody else go through. I mean, I support everyone. I'm a lovable person. I love everyone. I love y'all. I love my family. But yeah, I'm stronger than that, We can all fight addiction. Put it like that. So I was in foster care. First group home I was ever in was Harbor House in Lafayette, Louisiana. No, not Lafayette, fuck. Lake Charles, Louisiana. So that's kind of like by Jennings and stuff. Jennings, Louisiana. Lake Charles. Something like that. So I was in Harbor House. After Harbor House, I went to juvie. I went to Juvenile Detention Center because I made a joke and they took it real seriously. And me, I was only 14 at the time, It was my first time ever going to juvie. First time in a group home. I didn't know what I was doing. So I made a little joke. They took it seriously. The cops came and investigated me and stuff like that. And maybe like around later that night, I went to juvie. So I stayed in juvie for 30 days, up to a month. I was in juvie for threats, just put it like that. And yeah, I didn't even mean it. It was a joke, and at the time I wasn't thinking about it, what I was saying, but I'm gonna take my wrongs for it. So I stayed in there 30 days. I got out on probation. I went back to Brandon House. Fucking Harbor House. I get them mixed up. And I stayed in Harbor House maybe 2 months, a month. Then I went to a mental hospital to get me help because I was dealing with depression and stuff. After that, I went to Methodist Children's Home in Ruston, Louisiana. So that mental hospital was in Lake Charles too, just to be exact. So I went to Methodist Children's Home in Ruston, Louisiana after that. And I stayed in that group home, kind of like a mental health treatment facility, but it was a group home in one. You can go places, you can leave campus. It was like a group home in one, that's how I put it. So I stayed in there about 6 months, and I was still in foster care. I went live with my aunt after that, my biological nanny on paper. Her name's Brooke LeBlue. And I went live with her. I stayed living with her about half a year. So I went to a mental hospital after that because I was depressed. I was having thoughts and stuff. So the caseworker took me out of there and put me in a mental hospital. I went to that mental hospital, got out, went back to Methodist. From Methodist, from that Methodist that time, I went to a group home in, where was it? Bastrop, Louisiana. It's kind of like by West Monroe and stuff. So I was in a group home in Bastrop, Louisiana after leaving Methodist that time. That's the second time I was in Methodist. So the group home in Bastrop, Louisiana was called House of Hope. I stayed in House of Hope maybe a couple months. I got real mad in there. I was running away. I was breaking windows and stuff. I was dealing with a lot. I had already attend court for something real messed up that I didn't do. For something else, just know that somebody else did it. And I had to go to court as a victim and shit. So, from fucking Bastrop, Louisiana, the group home, House of Hope, I went to another mental hospital in Bastrop again. And I hated that hospital. I think I've been there 6 times. I freaking hated it. So from that mental hospital, guess where I went? Back to Methodist. From that Methodist, I was still dealing with stuff. And I was fighting people, like, left and right. I was getting in fights left and right. And it got to the point where the staff couldn't even control me anymore. So, from there, from that Methodist, the third time, I went to another mental hospital. That was in Lafayette, Louisiana. So, from Lafayette Mental Hospital, I stayed in there about 2 weeks. All the hospitals stayed about 2 weeks, but some of them, I think the longest I stayed in the mental hospital was about 3 months. So yes, 3 months. It was miserable. I hated it. I hated mental hospitals, period. Group homes, I hated it. So I went from that mental hospital to Brandon House. That was in Shreveport, Louisiana. This is the This is the group home I met Marissa in. So this is how me and Marissa met. For all of y'all that probably wonder how me and Marissa met. So anyways, I have an ex. Her name's Ariana. Ariana Perry. And Ariana sent me a picture of Marissa one day on Instagram. And I was like, hey, who's that? She's pretty and stuff. She was like, that's my friend. That's Marissa. I was like, can I get her Instagram? Be friends with her? She was like, nah. So I was like, all right, gosh. So I went on Ariana's post and stuff. And I was looking at her post. And Marissa commented, she was like, you look good, bestie, blah, blah, blah. So I clicked on it, and I followed Marissa. Me and Marissa, I introduced myself. I told her who I was. I'm Ariana's boyfriend. Marissa said, hi, I'm Marissa. So Marissa said, wait, you're Ariana's boyfriend? I said, yeah. She said, how you Ariana's boyfriend when Ariana's dating 2 of my cousins? Ariana's a cheater. I'm just going to let you know that. I didn't believe Marissa at first, but everything added up. Marissa was telling the truth. Sadly, the first one, one of her cousins, sadly passed away. So God rest Michael's soul. So me and Marissa started getting together as friends. We were just friends. Then we got as close friends, like best friends. And then a little while later, we got into a relationship. We stayed in that relationship probably about 6 months. And then I decided I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. Because it's like, Marissa was the sweetest I ever been with. I wouldn't change Marissa for the world. So I got with Marissa. And Marissa told me some things. When me and Marissa met, okay, so her grandpa was sadly going through a lot. Her grandpa was in and out of the hospital. And her grandpa sadly passed away like 2 months after me and Marissa met. So I'm going to show y'all a picture of her grandpa, the one that passed away sadly. God rest Papa Henry. So this is Papa Henry. That's Marissa's grandpa. So he passed away. He had heart failure, I think, I want to say. And he passed away on October 6th of 2019. So God rest his soul. Papa Henry, we love you. And get your rest. So, I got engaged with Marissa. And then, Marissa started coming to see me. She drove 6.5 hours, 6 to 7 hours from Raceland, Louisiana, all the way to Shreveport, Louisiana. They would usually bring me stuff back and forth. They gave me a phone. That way I can call Marissa and text her, It was on. And stayed in Brandon House till I was 17. I went to a juvenile detention center, for breaking windows, flashing out, just getting mad at staff, kids that were always fucking with me, bullying me. God forgive me for cursing. But I had to overcome that. I learned from all that. I made mistakes that I wish I can take back. Put it like that. So I have a juvenile record. Yes, I'm gonna admit. So I went from that juvenile detention center to live with my grandma, Kathy. Kathy David, that is my grandma. So I stayed with my grandma till I was 18. That was probably a month because I was about to turn 18 in May. So I want to say I went live with my grandma in April of 2020. Stayed living with her till May 27th. The same day I turned 18 is the same day I moved down here with Marissa. And it went from there. I started living with Marissa. We had a good time and stuff. And I made a mistake. I got arrested at 18. My first charge on my criminal record as an adult. And I felt so bad for her because it was basically an accident. It was an accident. I'm going to correct myself. It was an accident. So it took me so long to beat that in court. I was scared. I was shaking. I was scared I was going to do time. It was a misdemeanor. But still, I felt bad for it. I feel horrible for everything that I committed. So I did end up getting convicted of it. But they gave me a year unsupervised probation. I did that year. I was doing real good. Got arrested in Houma, Louisiana for destruction of property. I got bailed out. I beat that in court. So that is off my record. Beat that in court. And from there, I was doing real good for about 2 years. No, not 2 years. Couldn't have been 2 years. Because that happened in 2022. So let's just say I did good for about a year. Yeah, it was a year. So for that whole year, I was doing good. And then Marissa got falsely accused at Walmart, and I was with her. They tried to say she did something in the Walmart and stuff, and I flipped out. And I started, breaking stuff. I got charged with criminal damage, simple criminal damage to property less than 1,000, misdemeanor. Every one of my charges are misdemeanors. So I got a citation for that. I had to go to court for that. They put me on 2 years probation for that, unsupervised. Thank God, because I didn't want to do time. I was doing real good after that too. And then I started getting in fights with the neighbors. Me and my neighbors started getting into it and stuff. Got charged with simple assault, simple battery. And I had to go to court for that. I pled guilty to that. Got probation for that. I was doing good. I got charged with, well, it wasn't really charged. I got a citation for disturbing the peace. For crying on my porch. There was people that was putting my things in my head from my side of the family. So they gave me a citation for disturbing the peace. For crying on my porch. So I went to court for that. I pled guilty to that. They gave me like 10 days. I'm going to get to this. So from there, I got charged with disturbing the peace by fighting. Because I fought Tyler, the one that was in this house at one time, the one that I didn't like. Me and Tyler, we always had our ups and downs and stuff over something really crazy. It was stupid. So he tested my nerve one day. And I fought him. We fought each other. So we both got charged with disturbing the peace by fighting. I pled guilty to that. I'm going to still get to this. So I was done with that. I was stressing because I had to go to court, worried about them charges, thinking I was going to do time. Then after that, I got arrested again for assault on Tyler again. Me and Tyler got into it again. I got arrested for assault. I pled guilty to that. Get to this. After that, got out. I know, I've been down a rough road. Got out, and then I got arrested for a false charge. Resisting arrest. Because I was on the porch, trying to calm down. I went sit on the van to calm down and stuff. Yeah, I was having a little argument with people in the house and stuff. And then Tyler want to call the cops on me. Yeah. So the cops showed up and stuff. And this is how it happened. I really think it's so freaking pathetic. It's fucked up. The cop put me in handcuffs and detained me. And I told the cop, hey man, you can at least loosen these up a little bit. These are a little bit too tight. He said, quit resisting, rah. And I got hostile, I ain't gonna lie. I started cursing him out, blah, blah, blah. And he threw me to the ground. And then he put me in the car. I got charged with resisting arrest. Now, The reason why I think I did get charged with that resisting, because I was being a little bit aggressive. I was harassing him, you know, cursing him out and stuff, because I was bad myself. I was getting charged for something I didn't even commit. Wrongful conviction, that's how I put it. But anyways, I did 3 months because of that in jail. It's the most stressful 3 months of my life. I was ready to turn my life around. I did 3 months. I had to cry myself to sleep, worried about my son. My son was born on October 10th, 2023, matter of fact. So this happened December 9th of 2023. I was stressed and I was already dealing with other things and stuff, you know, other charges. So I was thinking I was going to do longer than 3 months. But again, they were all misdemeanors. So I was crying myself to sleep. Them phones is like really a stress box in there. So I was calling Marissa, seeing about Bubba and stuff. They came visit me every Saturday, visitation, make sure I was good. They put money on my stuff. I was stressed. I was blaming myself for everything, which, yeah, I mean, you can't really blame other people but yourself. But there was times I was getting mad at other people for the crime I committed. Even though I didn't commit it, I'm going to still take my wrongs for it. So I got out March 12th of 2024. And that was last month. And this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I learned my lesson. I'm done with that life. I don't want to go back to jail, period. I gave my heart to God on Easter. And I'm ready to make a change. So anyways, I created my YouTube channel on April 6th of 2021, I think. I know my YouTube channel was created in 2021 because I was still in a group home when I created this. So I have a friend named Universal. I'm going to shout out Universal. I love you, bro. So Universal inspired me to actually do YouTube. He said, bro, you know, you should make a change, man. Show people how goofy you are. Be yourself on the YouTube videos. So at first I was doing music. And, you know, I took that chance. I said, yeah, I'm going to do that. So I started doing vlogs, started doing shorts and stuff, and it took a total turn. I love it. I'm glad God gave me something in life. God gave me my kid. God made me learn right from wrong. God gave me my wife. A lot of things happen for a reason. You got to put it like that. Don't judge a book by the cover. I might have made a lot of mistakes in my life. I might have a lot of crazy charges, you know, for assault, simple criminal damage to property, and resisting arrest for something I didn't do. But never judge a book by the cover, y'all. Don't judge a person by, you know, their history, their past record and stuff. Judge them by the way they act, by the way they treat people. Love them for who they are. Remember that. I love y'all. I might have made a lot of mistakes in my life, but I'm not that type of person anymore. I never was. I made mistakes. You got to overcome your mistakes. I'm not a violent person. I love people for who they are. I want people to be treated the way I want to be treated. Treat other people the way you want to be treated. Put it like that. So, yep. My diagnosis, I'm diagnosed with bipolar, severe depression, anxiety, asthma, schizophrenia, and epilepsy. So, when I was 9 years old, I did have a brain tumor. I had to get it removed. So, brain tumor is kind of like a form of cancer, so yeah, I kind of had cancer. I'm glad God treated that, though. I put it as a blessing. I'm glad to be sitting here right now. So anyways, Marissa's daddy did die when I first met Marissa. God rest his soul. He died on December 28th of 2017. And his name was Eric Gautreaux. This is Eric Gautreaux. Matter of fact, this is Henry Bro, Sr. That's Marissa's grandpa. And my daddy, like I was saying, my daddy died when I was 2. This is my daddy right here. James Christopher West Sr. My brother is a junior. That's my brother. And no, it's not my brother. I'm tripping. That's my daddy. So these are some pictures in the past of me and Marissa. I was 17. So this is when I was living with my grandma. And this is a picture I took. Matter of fact, I took that in the group home when me and Marissa first met. I was 17 right there too. Yep. Like I said, we all make mistakes. You gotta overcome your mistakes in life. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Motivate yourself. You want to be something in life? Motivate yourself. Be whatever you want to be in life. Encourage yourself to push forward. Stay on a right track. Stay on a good road. Make sure you stay in school, because I never finished school. Due to foster care, being in foster care and stuff, I dropped out of school when I was 11. I dropped out of school in 11th grade. So, I was going to go back to school when I got out of foster care. But there was too much stress on my shoulders and stuff. I decided to just take a change. I wanted to be free. I didn't want the past still with me. Now, yes, I do still want to take my GED and stuff. I did think about it more than once. And I'm probably going to take that into consideration. I'm going to get my GED. And, that way I can have something. But my dream job in life, I always wanted to be a movie actor. But YouTube took a toll for me. So, I might consider YouTube as my go-to job. Yep, I had my first car when I was 18 years old. It was a 2008 Pontiac Vibe. I gave that car to my grandma. My next car, I had a 2014 Dodge Dorp. I traded that car in for a 2008 Chrysler, which is the car I got now. So, but I love y'all. I'm glad y'all. I hope y'all like the vlog. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Remember, treat other people the way you want to be treated. Never judge a book by the cover. Like I said, I admitted my wrongs. I made mistakes. We all make mistakes. You gotta forgive people. Remember that. I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Matter of fact, Kevin and Eric. Eric is my father-in-law. And Kevin is my uncle-in-law. Kevin is actually my uncle-in-law. But in my heart, Kevin is my real uncle. I love Tree Stump to death. Tree Stump's like another brother to me. So, yes, me and Tree Stump ain't really biological family. He's my family through marriage. But in my heart and me and Tree Stump's heart, we're like brothers. It might be weird, but yeah, we're like brothers. So, anyways, their grandpa, it made 3 years today that their grandpa sadly passed away. So rest in peace to Mr. August. Mr. August, I think that's how you say it. Rest in peace to him. God bless you. Spread your wings high. Get your rest, Mr. August. I love y'all. YMG team forever. Forever. Hope y'all like the story. And stay blessed. Keep God in your heart. Remember that. I love y'all. Peace out.